Hello and welcome to this overview video of the Timeline Previous Period feature in NewsWhip Spike. The Timeline widget displays both the public and media interest of a topic over a time period with the total number of articles published and the total interactions these have received. The second dotted line is the Timeline Previous Period, which displays these metrics from the preceding hours, days, weeks or months, depending on your selected time range. This provides you with a quick visual reference for easily assessing and comparing how a topic has evolved over time, with metrics that show the percentage change, whether that is up or down. Let's take a look at it in action. Okay, so here is my timeline widget where I'm tracking the keyword recession. I know, very optimistic, but here I have a 24-hour period and it's comparing it to 8 to 9 a.m. for the Friday and the Thursday, so the day before. It's shown that the articles published has went up in that time, but the interactions have went down. Now, there are some things to point out with the selected time range. If you're selecting 3, 6 or 12 hours, 3 being the lowest you can go with the timeline widget, I'll select 6 for now. Now, the timeline previous period is actually showing again the day before. So rather than the 6 hours before, it's the same 6-hour window the day before. Now, so for the 3, 6, 12 hours, that's just something to note. And that's also the case if I select 3 days. So rather than showing 3 days beforehand, it's going to show the same 3 days compared to the previous week. So this allows the comparison of data to be more relevant and accurate to account for seasonal fluctuations. But I'm just thinking this recession, something that's more of a long-term monitoring. So I'll switch that to 1 month and we'll actually compare this data now. So let's take a look at the public interest in more detail. We can see that the top article with the most interactions in this month was when the US Treasury Secretary kind of changed the goalposts on what a recession meant. But we can see at this peak here, the public interest was actually when the US technically entered a recession, which was the 2 negative growth quarters, I believe. So the addition of this visualization means that you can save time when you need to contextualize whether a topic is increasing or decreasing in popularity. So I'll just go back to the main graph, and just to point out that you can export this as a PowerPoint or as an Excel or CSV file. And of course you can export as an image. So for both charts, it would look something like this. And also just to point out, the feature is enabled by default except for custom and since ranges, and it can be toggled on or off if desired. And one more thing to point out, the previous period data is not available on the combined timelines widget to allow for clear comparisons of unique searches. Thank you for watching.